Happy Saturday. What's up, guys? We're going to recap last night's game, and man, were our predictions off.
If we look at our predictions from last night's Thursday night matchup between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks, both of us had Arizona winning, which did not happen. Both of us, I had the under.
I had the over.
I was correct there. But also, I'm pretty sure that you had...
I had D-Hop going off for a lot of fantasy points. He got just 10.
We both said that... I said that DK would get more points, which I was correct there, but we both said that they were going to go for big games, which did not happen. It was... For those two defenses, it was low scoring. 28-21 isn't necessarily a low scoring game.
Yeah.
But... considering
for those offenses, I mean, Russ. I think Russ outscores Kyler in fantasy wise, but
you
storyline. Kyler's shoulder. I said Russ over Kyler, but I think Kyler's shoulder was bothering him all night. That had an effect. He was missing some easy throws, some 10-yard throws he'd usually hit to D-Hop.
But this is off topic, but this kind of leads into something I wanted to bring up during this segment is that midway through the season last year, Lamar Jackson obviously was last year's unanimous MVP winner. If they showed a stat line last night on TV and that I saw on social media that like through 9 weeks, Kyler Murray compared to Lamar, Kyler had more passing yards, more all-purpose yards, and more touchdowns combined, rushing and passing. His QBR was 75 compared to Lamar Jackson's 79. That's rushing and passing.
Yeah.
But that's something to take into consideration, as it seems like obviously we're big fantasy football guys. There are a lot of guys, even out of the quarterback position, that have kind of exploded into a big role this year. And that's crazy to think about, because if you look at the MVP standings right now, Murray is not in the top 3.
He's not.
Where Lamar was the heavy favorite through the amount of time, what Murray did compared to what he did, and Murray's stats were, I would say, better.
Yeah, you got Lamar unanimous. There's not going to be a unanimous MVP this year. And Kyler's stats are very similar as he's not even up there. So.
You look, like we discussed it last time, you look at the MVP race, really close between Wilson, Rodgers, and Mahomes.
Yeah.
Last year, for some odd reason, it was not even close. Me personally, I believe that the MVP should not just be a regular season award. Because even when this relates to the NBA, you look at Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's a good player. I'm not saying anything bad about him.
Yeah.
But I don't believe I don't think that the most valuable player is somebody who goes out early in the playoffs. Lamar's 0-2 in the playoffs.
You gotta be able to be a leader, bring the guys, rally the troops, and win a game against a better team, or defend your home turf and win that. Because you look at a guy like Lamar, he's 0-2 in the playoffs. And you look at a guy like Mahomes, he went to the NFC Championship his first year starting, or AFC.
Yeah.
And then he wins the Super Bowl against a tough 49ers team. That's a guy you look at and you say, he's the most valuable player in our league because he knows how to rally his guys and win when it matters.
To Lamar's defense, though, when you have somebody like Hopkins, he's just so good. And also, Christian Kirk. Honestly, this might be controversial, but I think Christian Kirk would be the best receiver on the Ravens offense.
I think so too.
I know people would disagree with that, but that's one thing you got to take into consideration too. Like even Mahomes, he's incredible. I'm not taking away from his talent, but when you have Kelsey and Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, when Sammy Watkins is your third option, you've got an incredible pass catcher.
Yeah, you got Mecole Hardman, his fourth option. He's probably running low. Mid 4.2s probably.
Yeah, for sure.
Ridiculous speed. Denario Robinson, 2 great running backs.
Yeah,
just great offensive mind leading them. So,
but to wrap it all up, obviously we were a little off on our Thursday night picks.
Yeah.
But that'll end this segment, and we'll see you for the next.
What's up? We got Vance Honeycutt here. Just signed his NLI to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. We're gonna ask him a couple questions. See what he thinks.
All right, Vance. The first question we have for you is. We know you played baseball for a long time, obviously. Explain the process of playing baseball as a kid to where you are today.
Yeah, so a lot of hard work goes into it. The game's only a small percentage of the actual work. You got to grind in the off season and during the season. And I mean, it's fun. You got to love the journey, and you just can't be all about the destination.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we talked about your dad in the last episode. We know he played at North Carolina. How much of that influenced your decision to play at Chapel Hill?
I mean, I grew up being a North Carolina fan, going to games for all sports. I mean, I just loved it. The facilities, the coaching staff, everything about it. I mean, the success they've had over the last 10 years is crazy and just really influenced my decision.
I'm sure, a couple of your buddies going there helped that out too. All right, second question I have for you is, besides your dad being there and the family history, we know you have siblings that went there as well. What separated UNC from some of the other colleges that recruited you throughout the process?
Yeah, so like I said, the facilities, the coaching staff great, really got along with them well, and just probably the success. I just wanted to play at a high level, try to make it to Omaha. That's the main goal, maybe win a national championship.
Absolutely.
A lot of tradition there. All right, so you're an athlete. You play several sports, football, baseball, basketball, church league. Any other sport, you go D1. What are you choosing and why?
Probably be football. Just a different. It's just different. On those Friday night lights come on, it's just different. The atmosphere, the intensity with the guys. You can't beat it. The locker room, can't beat any of it. I love it there.
It's awesome.
All right, guys, thanks so much. We'll be back with our next segment.
Thank you.
All right, guys, welcome back to your favorite segment.
And here's a guy.
All right, Jackson, you ready?
I'm totally ready.
All right,
Can't wait.
first name of the two. Here we go.
Let's see who it is.
Oh, gosh.
We got Thomas Hennigan.
Oh!
Wide receiver out of App State.
Thomas Hennigan.
Absolute stud.
Absolute stud. Let me tell you about Thomas Hennigan. Extremely under-recruited. North Carolina looked over him. Last year, whenever my boys whooped up on some Tar Heel butt, Thomas Hennigan was the main reason for that victory.
Absolutely.
Along with Darrington Evans. We have a connection with Thomas Hennigan, actually the Petty family. But Thomas Hennigan, we love you. I love you because I'm a big App State fan myself. But yeah, Thomas Hennigan, a big guy. You have anything else to say about him?
He definitely made Fedora regret it.
That's absolutely
Fedora did not recruit him, looked right over him, said, you're slow, you're not good enough. You know what he did last year? He proved them wrong. He said, I belong here in the ACC.
That's right.
Hey,
also,
he's destroying the Sun Belt, that's for sure.
Also, Hennigan having a bigger year because Corey Sutton, our best receiver, declared for the draft before the season. All right, here's our
You might want to watch for him on Sundays, that's for sure.
That's right. All right, here we go. Second person. Oh, gosh. Cameron Brate.
Cameron Brate.
That's incredible.
Here's a guy. He's out of Harvard, Ivy League guy. He teamed up. He first came on the scene. He had Fitzmagic thrown to him.
Absolutely.
Two Harvard guys. They scored well on the Wonderlic test. I mean, high IQ, big red zone target. Jameis Winston loved finding him, and now Tom Brady's forming a connection with him.
The beginning of the season, obviously, he was the third string on the roster for the Bucs. You had Gronk and O.J. Howard. O.J. Howard obviously went out hurt, so he did become he let himself into a larger role, but he was catching touchdowns, catching patches, even as a third string. So we know Cameron Brate is legit, underappreciated guy. That ends our Here's the Guy segment for episode 2. Two incredible dudes.
Absolutely.
We'll see you guys for the next segment. All right, guys, welcome back. We got a new exciting segment that's going to be interesting for the ladies.
We are ranking the remaining Bachelorette contestants based on how much we trust them with our daughter.
We rank them 1 through 100 combined ratings to see who's going to be first all the way to 16th, it looks like.
And this is what we got. We got Brendan.
So, Brendan, let's see here.
I mean, I know a lot of guys that are very, very untrustworthy with my daughter named Brendan.
Brendan is a 30-year-old commercial roofer. And we put him in last, mainly because he kind of looks untrustworthy.
I mean, look at this guy.
And the other thing is we thought it was an inferior. We're going to give a good shout out to Graham Roofing right here. Shout out to our boy Wes Graham, Frank Adams, and the rest of the crew. You're doing a great job in Salisbury. All right, and 15th we have, who's this?
Blake Moynes.
Blake?
Who is this guy?
Blake Moynes. Let's see, where's Blake? Is Blake near the top here?
We got Blake near the top.
Yeah, Blake. So Blake is Canadian. And it does say that he left a good impression on Claire before the season started. But it says here that since then it started to go down.
Exactly.
Also, I don't really like the way his beard looks.
I mean,
I don't want my daughter to
those eyes look intimidating.
Yeah.
He looks like he could really try and sway a girl to something she don't
Yeah, I
want to do.
really like that.
And
So
next we got Bennett. Shout out Bennett Clark. I mean, he's a great guy, but this guy,
this
not
says
so cool.
he lives in New York City. Nobody wants to live in New York City.
Come on now.
I mean, that's way too busy, way too
Come on.
hectic, and
It's
he's a
nasty
wealth
out there.
management consultant. I mean, come on.
sounds like he's gonna be a total fraud.
Yeah.
Next we got Ed. Two-letter name.
I think
Come
Ed
on,
was
Ed.
down near the bottom here. Was he?
I
Let's
mean,
see.
his name's Ed, so
Wait, these guys eliminated.
at least Edward, Eddie, anything.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
He's
it
hurting
says,
the brand here. Come on.
It says he showed up in a plastic bubble.
What?
Dude, are you kidding me? I don't
Come
want.
on,
I don't
man.
want to do. Imagine you have a daughter, and the first date that they have with somebody they might potentially marry, he's wearing a plastic bubble.
Come on, man. We got
Unprofessional.
next. We got Chasen.
Chasen.
I think I'm saying it right. Come on.
Chasing. Where
Is my daughter gonna be chasing you around the block, trying to go on a date? I mean,
I kind of thought highly of Chasing.
I did not.
I did. I thought that he was cool because it says here, you know, he's an IT account executive, and it also says that he was willing to kind of change his ways for the woman, which is important. It's important for a guy to do that. If my daughter wants something, I want the dude to give it to her.
He's lying. Next, we got Jordan C.
So Jordan C, let's see, was he down here near the bottom?
How about
Yeah.
Jordan? See you later, because you're not going out with my daughter.
That's right. He's a software account executive. Not a terrible job, but he just doesn't look that. I mean, his
Nothing
outfit.
comes off. I mean,
Yeah, he
Look
just
at it.
comes off
I mean,
a little weird.
Next, we got Spencer. Shout out Spencer Harrison.
Moving into our top 10 here. Let's see, where's Spencer? Gosh, this is so hard. I gotta find Spencer. Okay, yeah, Spencer. He's an engineer, which is a good job. But his picture that we saw here that he provided for the Bachelorette, he's holding a red soda cup.
And that's a red
no
flag.
Nope.
Uh-uh.
We don't want that.
Number 9, we got Ivan.
Ivan.
Shout out Ivan Drago.
Absolutely. Let's see, where is Ivan on here? Was he down here near the bottom? There he is. No.
Nope.
Yeah, here he is. Now look, he is an aeronautical engineer, which is a very, very good job. That's some moolah. But often
often
the
the
guys,
hard, he's gonna move on. He's gonna find him a sugar.
that's
mama.
right.
A
Often
sugar
the guys
baby.
that are rich, you know, they're stuck up
Yep.
and they just move on.
I don't like
So,
it.
I don't like that.
Now number 8, we got Easy with a Z.
Easy with a Z.
It makes me think of G Easy.
That's right. Yeah, but he's a sports marketing agent. We put him in our top 10 or our top 8
Solely
because he's in the
because of
same
that.
field. Yeah, we appreciate the sports.
Yeah. 7, we got Kenny.
All right.
Not Chesney, just Kenny Smith.
So Kenny, he's a 39-year-old boy band manager.
First off, 39.
I don't know
no
why.
thanks.
Why is he
He's
so?
a little old.
Why is he 7?
I don't know why he's 7.
He should not be 7. He should be dead last.
He's
If
not
you're
bad.
managing a boy band at 39 years old,
really
good
bad.
night.
Well,
We
yeah.
apologize. We're sorry for
No.
having this.
Number 6, we got Riley. Riley Dillon.
Oh, he's
What
right
do you
below.
think about Riley?
Right below Kenny. Gosh. Right. He's a 30-year-old attorney. You gotta give respect to him there. An attorney is a tough job. Obviously, he's gonna be really good at defending others. He's gonna be strong for my daughter, and I like that. He seems like a really nice guy. Got big muscles. He's gonna be able to protect her. I like.
Now we
that.
got number 5. Top 5, we got DeMar DeRozan. Come on.
Not DeMar DeRozan.
Not DeMar DeRozan, but his name's DeMar.
All right, DeMar. He is a 26-year-old spin instructor.
That is disgusting.
But that's a little weird. But we put him in the top 5 because he's wearing a very nice watch. He dressed very nicely. He has a
Yes.
very, very pretty smile.
Number 4, we got Noah.
Noah, where's
Noah Lobline.
Nah, Noah Lobline. Where is Noah? I think he's up near the top, isn't he? Let's
Yeah,
try
he's
to
the first
find-
one. He's the first one.
He is.
He's the first listed.
Okay, yeah, Noah. So Noah is a nurse. Not often you'll find a male nurse. Like I go to Salisbury Pediatrics still to get my flu shot and everything else. I don't think I've ever had a male nurse. I think
Never.
so that's cool. We appreciate you being a nurse.
We trust him.
Being on the front lines during the COVID
if
pandemic.
my daughter's sick. I want somebody that can take care of her.
Exactly.
I
Doesn't
want
even have to go
somebody
to the
that can take
doctor's
care of
office. You got it right there.
her. Now number 3, we got Zach with just a C.
Zach C.
Zach C.
It's not one name. Zach C. Period.
But he's got one C in his first name, and that is a red flag right there. We still gave him credit.
But he's an addiction specialist, which we really respect.
Exactly.
So we appreciate that and that. And then Joe.
Joe who?
Joe Mama! So let's find Joe here. Joe. He is an anesthesiologist. You know he's smart. He's got money. Yeah. But also he has a very, very trustworthy smile, which is a big thing I want
very
for my
smooth,
daughter.
Very smooth.
It says here he needed a much needed break from hospital life to come on the show. That's just so heartfelt.
Yeah.
We gotta respect a guy like that. And number one, we have Ben. Let's see.
Very popular bachelorette name. I mean Ben.
Ben
That's
is
a guy
just
you
a
can
popular
trust.
name in
That's a
general.
guy you can trust.
Not to be confused with Bennett, who was really
very
far
bad.
down on the list.
Very bad. Ben is just a trustworthy. He
He's-
might have a little
and
chunky.
you wanna know
but
why?
He's got a good smile.
The reason why we love Ben is because he's an Army veteran. We love our troops. We thank you for your service.
Yes, sir.
And we obviously want somebody like that dating or even potentially
Protecting.
marrying our daughter.
When I have my daughter going to a restaurant, if she has a scratch, I want that guy's head to be cut off. And Ben is the guy that'll sacrifice his body for my daughter.
That's absolutely right.
That's the moral of the story right there.
Well, thank you for joining us for our new segment. We enjoyed it. We hope you guys do as well. We'll be right back with our next segment.
Happy Saturday. We got some ranked games right now.
Unfortunately, a ton of the games, even a couple this morning, were postponed. So we're just going to look at the ones that are not postponed and pick them. All right.
First up, we got Indiana coming to Ohio State in
And
the shoe.
I'm going to take Ohio State.
I like Indiana in an upset. I picked Ohio State to win the Big Ten, but why not? It's a Big Ten football.
Yeah, Ohio State in your national championship game.
Yeah. Let's see an upset.
All right. Florida at Vanderbilt. I have Florida.
Contrast is just way too much. It'll be over after 2 possessions.
Yeah. Appalachian State, Coastal Carolina. Second ranked game we've had this year. I'm an App State fan. Old Faithful. I'm taking the Mountaineers.
I like the chance. Coastal.
Okay. Next game that's not postponed is North Alabama at BYU. I think BYU will probably win by 50.
Yeah, I like BYU.
And then Cincinnati at UCF. I have Cincinnati in that one.
Cincinnati's speed gonna be too much.
And then Wisconsin at Northwestern. I think that I'll take Northwestern because they've played 2 more games than Wisconsin has.
For that reason, I think it's gonna be close, but I think Grammy Heisman pulls it out for Wisconsin.
All right. And then UCLA at Oregon. I have Oregon.
I agree. Oregon.
And then next up is Kentucky at Alabama. Roll Tide.
Yep.
And then Kansas State at Iowa State. I have Iowa State winning that one.
Yeah, it's gonna be close, but Iowa State.
And then Tennessee at Auburn. Shout out to Chad Vanderpool, but I'm gonna take Auburn in this one. Sorry, Chad.
I'm going with the Tigers as well. War Eagle.
And then Mississippi State at Georgia. I'm gonna take the Bulldogs in that one.
Big.
Or
Bulldogs big.
aren't they both Bulldogs? Then Georgia.
You know which Bulldogs we're talking about.
Yeah. And then Oklahoma State at Oklahoma. I'm gonna take Oklahoma.
I got Oklahoma State. They're gonna upset them on the road.
And then Liberty, NC State. Shout out to my mama. She went to Liberty for 2 years. I'm gonna take the Flames.
I agree. Flames are gonna be too hot for the Wolfpack.
And then USC, as in Southern Cal, against Utah at 10:30 tonight on ESPN. I'm going to take Southern Cal.
I mean, you got Southern Cal ranked at 20, but I've not liked what I've seen out of them. I got Utah.
All right, and then in honor of our friend Mitch and his brother Jake, we're gonna pick the South Carolina-Missouri game, and I'm going to take South Carolina. They're playing at home. Missouri's 2-3. I just think that South Carolina has definitely some fire in their stomach right now.
Absolutely.
Coach just got fired, so I think that they're looking to prove themselves.
Yeah, coach is gonna be coaching for a job, and those players are gonna be trying to keep their job. So I think South Carolina might get ugly early.
Yeah, but hopefully they can pull out a win. We're rooting for them. All right, that's the end of our Saturday picks, and we'll see you in the next segment. How's it going, y'all? We're back with another segment, and for our Saturday special, we have our Bet of the Day. We're going to shout this one out to Blake Clark. So this segment is called the Blake Clark Bet of the Day. With that, we'll start out with Blake's first bet.
His lock of the week, we got Tennessee plus 10.5. Lock it in.
Lock it in. And then for my lock of the week, I'm a huge App State fan. They play the 15th ranked team in the nation in Coastal Carolina today. Coastal's favored to beat them by 4.5. I like App to cover that, and I think they're going to win by a touchdown or two. I think that they'll prove their own this week.
I got Oklahoma State rivalry game going to Oklahoma. They're favored to lose by 7. Hammer it, because they're going to win outright.
All right, that's the end of our short segment. Shout out to Blake Clark, and we'll see you in the next segment. All right, guys, that wraps up our second episode. We appreciate all the love and support after the first episode. Be sure to keep coming back. We're going to have some cool equipment coming in. The setup will improve. We got some local athletes, maybe even some non-local athletes coming on the show here in the near future, especially over winter break. We're going to have a lot of cool guys, and we'll be joined by some of our friends too. But yeah, we appreciate it. That's going to, like I said, it's going to wrap up our second episode. And we'll be back on Wednesday. Got any closing remarks?
Make sure to stay tuned because we got some stuff coming. You're not going to want to miss it.
All right, we'll be back on Wednesday. We got a couple of our buddies coming back in town. We hope to get them here. If not, maybe they can call in and we'll talk some sports, maybe some fantasy. And we hope to see you guys there next Wednesday.
We out.
Peace.